Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions, MC and producer. And with me today is the goddess of DC herself, Rayceen Pendarvis.
Bam! Greetings and salutations, everybody.
Yes. It's so fabulous to be here because we have some special guests with us from Rank the Vote DC. Welcome them all. Brianna, Jacqueline, and Makia. Welcome. There they are, coming in, popping in. Hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you all here.
I was going to say thank you for having us.
Oh, great. I was wondering if we were frozen for a minute. Okay, great. Well, let's just start this off. I want everyone to, introduce yourself, start with your name and pronouns, and then let's get into it. So I'll go with you first, Brianna.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brianna. I go by Bree. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm one of the co-directors of Delicious Democracy, which is DC's creative advocacy lab. And one of the projects that we are focusing on is helping build and strengthen the Rank the Vote DC coalition. And I will popcorn it off to Makia.
Awesome.
Hey everyone, my name is Makia. I use they, them pronouns, and people love me, call me Kiki. And I am coming to you as a part of the Ranked Choice Voting Coalition, but a organizing director for Working Families Party DC. And so we are all about how do we build power for working class people, and how do we get governing and electoral power as well in DC specifically. So I'm just so grateful to be here with you. And I'll pass it to Jacqueline.
Who's experiencing little technical difficulties, but divas take their time.
Yes, honey. Okay, yes, we are having a little bit of trouble there. So let's give Jacqueline a little time to come back in, but we'll continue with the conversation and rope Jacqueline in as we get all of that together correctly. So let us talk about Rank the Vote DC. For, viewers that may not, have an idea about Rank the Vote DC, expound on it a little bit for us. Who wants to go?
We'll pick Brianna.
I think we lost Jackie.
She'll be back. We'll bring her back into the group.
Oh, there we go.
There she is.
And so Rank the Vote DC is a grassroots coalition that aims to educate and pass ranked choice voting in DC. Currently, there was a bill just introduced by Councilmember Henderson, who was also on Team Rayceen, I think like a month ago or so. And she introduced the Voice Act, which would bring ranked choice voting to DC in all of our elections, and would also have a voter education component to make sure that DC voters are prepared for a change. And in the bill, it has ranked choice voting being implemented by 2024.
Amazing. And let me jump over to Jacqueline since we have Jacqueline back with us. I'll start off so that you can give your brief introduction and then talk to the viewers a little bit about ranked choice voting. Explain it for anyone who doesn't really understand, ranked choice voting and, the difference with the voting methods that we use currently in DC and what this change would mean.
Thank you. Once again, I apologize. Decided this time I'm just going to be on my phone, much more reliable instead of my computer. So thank you for your patience.
No problem.
I'm excited to be here. My name is Jacqueline, and I am a part of the DC Latino Caucus. That's how I started becoming more involved with ranked choice voting, ranked vote DC, and everyone in the coalition here. So I've been really excited to be a part of something that has shown to be really important, and for me has proven to be something really essential that we probably really need here in DC. Not probably, we really do need. And at first it seems really intimidating because you're hearing ranking and voting. What does that mean? But as I break it down and as I started learning it myself, it's, really a simple method, because something that we use all the time. We rank everything. We have our preferences, we have our first choices or second choices, and we even do that when we are thinking about who we're trying to decide will be representing us, who we want to elect. Except this time, instead of just voting for one person, we will be ranking our choices, and that's what initially ranked choice does. So instead of just selecting one, you get to rank who you like. So you have your first choice, your second, your third, and your fourth, and your fifth. Like any other ranking system, if the first one doesn't get the majority of the votes or the majority of the counts, the frequency, whatnot, your vote will go to your second choice. And again, the method seems very intimidating when you think about it at first, but as we learn more and as we have these conversations, it becomes something that is pretty much common sense, is how I see it. And I do want to be careful when I say that, because again, I don't want to take away from others who still feel like this is something that's, really, that may be complicated, that may not be easy to grasp at first. But that's also why we're really excited to be talking more about it, because as we explain and as we share and as we just break down what the preconceived notions of ranked choice is, it becomes easier to understand. It becomes more manageable to digest, and we can have more conversations about why it works and why it will work in DC.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Jacqueline. Makia, let me go to you. With this bill, because with this bill, now within, in DC, with it now being on the table, talk to me a little bit about, what that can look like if it goes forward, if it's passed, how the years coming through will look like, afterwards, and what, the next general election might look like, or the next one afterwards for DC residents.
Sure. So, Bree and Jacqueline have set it up really well. It's the next couple years, I would say what they're going to look like is we are being able to reshape, transform, right? A system that we know was not built by us and was not built for us, and has not yet reflected the diversity of choice, of voice that we have in our community. And so we are going to see, just as Bree was saying, a robust education campaign where we can actually talk to each other and talk to the community about what do we want, and really engage, have some civic engagement in our community that is like well funded. And I think we haven't seen that in DC in a while. Giving people something to vote for, not just voting against, is some of the things I think we can see with ranked choice voting. When ranked choice voting passes, and I want to say when the Voice Act passes, we will have the education campaign, and also it will look like candidates running in solidarity. If people are, I like a little mess sometimes, but when you have a little bit of messiness, when it comes to elections, when you have 25 people running for office while you got to get to work, take care of your kids and all of these things, it's really hard to tell someone to take that time to go to the voting booth. But with the Voice Act, we can have candidates running solidarity campaigns. We can have folks saying, pick me first and make sure to put up my friend, right? Because I actually grew up with them too. And we both have different visions, but we're not out here to fight, right? And I think that's what people in DC want for 2024. And so we're going to look like better conversations, more education campaigns, and we're going to look like having the opportunity to truly rank and give our voices. For example, let's say election comes and the first person everyone votes for that person, they get over 50% of the vote, they win and we go home. But let's say we had a more diverse feeling and that first person didn't get all the votes. Well, guess what? You get to do it again. And it's just like a runoff, but it's an automatic runoff. So I ain't got to come back and vote again in 1 month and pay all this money like we see some other states having to do. We ain't doing that here. We're going to have an automatic because we have the intelligence, we got the systems, and we got the money to do this. And we got the money to do it right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So with all of this being said, how can people, find out more about ranked choice voting? How can they keep up with what you're doing at Rank the Vote DC? And how can they, support in any way or shape that they can this effort?
So for our coalition in DC, we have our website, which has the bill. It breaks it down with a video. It has some fun, engaging material, and it also has teach-ins that we've done with different coalition partners around what ranked choice voting looks like, even like walkthroughs, walking people through actually practicing voting with ranked choice voting. So the website, and then we also have social media. So our Twitter is at Rank the Vote DC, and our Instagram is also at Rank the Vote DC. And if people want to get involved, we're starting to ramp up our fall voter education. So tabling at farmers markets, canvassing, door knocking, also virtual presentations and walkthroughs for different organizations. So if you have an organization or if you're interested in any of that, you can also email rankthevotedc@gmail.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Listen, thank you all so much for the work that you are doing. To our viewers, those links will be in the description below. And if you want to make sure that you are registered to vote and that you need to pledge to vote and to check your status, you can text Team Rayceen to 40649. Once again, you can text Team Rayceen to 40649, courtesy of headcount.org. Thank you, Brianna, Makia, and Jacqueline for joining us today. It's always a pleasure having Rank the Vote DC on and talking about ranked choice voting here in the District of Columbia. Thank you, everyone. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.